additional training if they pass or if any change exams at the age of 18.
Hello?
Hello. Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Good evening.
Okay, that's good. Good evening, Vivian. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm full.
Oh, that's good.
Today we have a great dinner.
Wow, really?
Yes, because today is
With
the midday of January. January.
so you have that follow-up celebration.
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool. So I thought you are having a dinner with your boyfriend.
No, that's with my family.
Okay. Okay, I understand. So how's your work, by the way?
What's that?
Did you receive um did you
Nothing
receive
special.
another good news?
No, I didn't find any job. Maybe
Oh, okay. So you keep
last this weekend I will
uh,
search some
you will
other
look for
job.
another.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a really okay. You need to, of course. I know that you'll find one day. So just keep it up, okay? You can do it. You know, I experienced that looking for another job is so difficult, particularly in this kind of pandemic, right?
Yeah.
So it's really hard to look for another job. But if you don't really, if you are not really satisfied with your current job right now, then it's really okay to, um, of course, to look for another job.
Yeah.
And that
I
is
went to
that is part
another
of your
job
experience.
just because
You want
my salary is quite low and I want to.
exactly. And you have a lot of plans, right? Like
Yeah.
investment. So you need
Yeah.
to. So just think positive. Just think of your dreams in life so that you can look for that job, okay? So make your dreams as your make it as your inspiration. Okay, so for tonight, Miss Yen, um I remember that we have okay. So can you please give me three words? Okay, so I have an activity for you before we start
Ah, okay.
our activity. So, can you please give me three words? Any words that that would describe your Tet holidays.
My Tate holiday.
Yes.
Uh, it. Uh, I'm.
You can use some adjectives, something like that. It's really okay.
Tate is.
Just try to be creative.
It's very special, you know. To me, date holiday,
Special.
yeah, date holiday is the most beautiful time of the year, and I
Mm-hmm.
always spend time to look back the whole year that I
Mm-hmm.
what I did and what I missed and what I missed.
And
Uh,
what you need to improve.
Yeah, exactly. And the
Mm.
plan for the new year.
The future.
Yeah,
Mm,
the future.
exactly. So the first word you have mentioned is
Special.
special.
Yeah.
Next.
Uh, the second word, I will happy. That is
Happy.
happy
Okay.
time with my family
Uh,
and my friends. I mean, I don't have to work and just relax and yeah, nothing.
Okay.
Just eat
Do
food
nothing.
and don't have to work. That's amazing. I can sleep in.
You can sleep on time
Yeah.
and anytime you want.
uh, oh,
So the first word you have mentioned is special. Next is happy.
happy. Yeah.
The last one.
This one. Uh, do you know lucky money? I in Vietnam.
Uh-huh.
In New Year we usually get some lucky money from other
Wow.
people. It's
Wow.
it's for lucky lucky. Oh,
Those elderly, right? From the elders, am I right?
yeah.
Hmm. And of course, you get um I know that during Tet celebrations, a lot of young people there get a lot of lucky money. So
Yeah.
did you get a lot?
No, not too
Did
much.
you receive
Yeah, I
a lot
received
of
a little bit, but I also give some lucky money for my parents and my nephew and
oh
my
yeah.
friends. You know,
Wow. That-
it's
Oh,
funny
so
because
you
of
did also.
yeah, because of COVID-19. So we didn't meet each other. So we use internet banking to give
Wow, really?
yeah to give lucky money.
That is so wow, that is so nice, I think I want to experience that in Vietnam.
Yeah.
Well, that is a really nice thing because there is no excuse. There is no excuse, even though the virus is
Yeah.
present, we still find ways to give the lucky money.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a really nice thing.
Let's
So now,
visit
of course,
Vietnam in Tết holiday.
yes, I really want to, In fact, I was planning before to visit this year with
Oh
my
really?
friends also. Yes, exactly. I was planning, and then suddenly this COVID outbreak surprised people, so that is why. Yes, my friends and I were planning to visit there, and
Mm-hmm.
of course, hoping that we can meet our students.
Yeah.
Um,
Let
because
inform
a lot of
me if
students.
you visit Vietnam, please.
Exactly. I would love to, when I see your, that time when I saw your post in Facebook, like, oh, your place is so amazing. It was just like, wow. I never thought about that one. I was just thinking that your place is just a simple, is it just a simple town,
No,
something like
no.
just the common one. But it's quite different, like you can do some photo shoot out there, and I love photo shoots.
Yeah, I'm
That is so
trying
really
to
nice.
buy a digital camera
Oh, that's a really
someday.
nice thing. So that is why you need to look for a new job.
Yeah.
So of course now, well, I am so happy. So you have these three words. Um, the first one is
Special,
the
happy,
first
and lucky
special
money.
happiness. Lucky money. Okay. Well, Miss Yan, just a short feedback. Um, I am so happy and surprised because I didn't expect that you will speak many things tonight. I
No.
mean, if you can still remember before, you just ended up thinking, thinking like this to the extent that you cannot think many words. But now, wow. I am so surprised and happy because you just did some talking, which is so good. Okay, you just don't be shy sharing your ideas. And in fact, you are doing well, so keep it up.
Okay,
Now,
thank
of
you.
course, yes. Now, of course, let's proceed in our proper topic. So let me share my screen. Of
Okay.
of course, it's all about the grammar, right? So wait a minute. So just for a moment, let me share my screen here. Mentioned that you have learned the preposition already, so I chose another topic, but for a moment it's quite loading.
Yeah.
So,
If we talk talk to, we learned a lot of basic grammar.
yes, the one. Oh, I understand. Yes, I am teaching talk to also tonight,
Oh, really?
but I am teaching the student, which is not really yes. But the student I have is still a student. Yes,
Oh,
so I think talk to is not really a good thing for him to study
why?
because it's not really related. He can't really relate. Yes. It's I mean it's so easy for him to understand those words,
Yeah.
like no challenge at all. Um, since whenever I ask him everything about that one, then he simply answered the question. So I was
Yeah.
just thinking, oh, is this topic a challenging one for you? I was just thinking about that because we always ended the class early, and I was just thinking that oh maybe he gets bored. Boys and girls are different, so that's why I need to adjust. Oh, wait a minute. My
Yeah, I can
um,
see your
can you hear
screen.
me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes, my whole laptop is just and
Loading?
white. I can see it. It's only white. Wait a minute. I don't know what's wrong.
Okay. We always have a problem with technical or internet.
Exactly.
When I
Exactly.
learned with my Vietnam teacher,
Mm-hmm.
it happened too.
Or it.
Yeah, because she lived in Poland and there was some storms sometimes and the
Oh,
internet
really?
not good. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. Why did she lives in Poland?
Yeah, Poland.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. And
She
she's a
studied
Vietnamese?
at, yeah, Vietnamese, and she studied in Holland and then worked in Poland. It's so amazing. But now she came
Exactly.
back to Vietnam because of COVID.
Yes. A lot of people wants to go home after due to this pandemic. They want to see their families.
Yeah.
Okay, so I need to open another link here since or another tab since it's so hard for me to I am so amazed because you can still hear me and you can still see me
Yeah.
even though the whole screen is white. Yes, let me take a picture of this.
Okay.
I don't
Uh,
know what's wrong.
this is,
Yes, everything is just so white, like, and it's not responding at all.
can I say this is weakness of online class?
Can you say it again?
Can I say this is a weakness?
This is
Yeah, a weakness of
disadvantage.
advantage.
Disadvantage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is one of the disadvantages.
yeah.
But if I have a really nice laptop, maybe this thing would not
You
going
should
to
buy
happen.
a MacBook.
Well, it's so expensive.
Yeah. What
Okay,
brand are you using?
Asus.
Asus or Chinese brand
I don't
brand?
know. I don't even know what. But I will look for the brand. Where it is originated.
You
Oh,
should buy a Dell or
yes, Dell is
Lenovo.
good also.
Yeah,
So what's the brand of your laptop?
Dell I use.
Oh, Dell. Well,
It's very
Dell.
cheap because I use.
Really?
Yeah.
Dell is
No,
expensive
no, I
here.
buy a old laptop.
Oh, okay, but it's
It's not
quite.
new.
But I know Dell is such a really nice laptop too. Okay, Miss Yen. I don't know what's wrong. I cannot open a new tab also.
Okay.
So of course, we will meet on Sunday, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so of course, here's the thing. I will not going to record this whole class tonight. We'll be having some makeup class on Sunday. Is it okay?
Yeah. Okay.
Because I don't know if I can share this. If it's okay with you, can we just have some free talk now? And
Oh, maybe
because
I
I can,
can. Can I share my screen with you? I cannot.
because my screen is white, just white.
But you can. You cannot see me.
Yes, that's
Oh
why
my god.
that's why I, that's why
Oh.
I'm so amazed because you can see and hear me. In fact, my whole screen is white only. I don't know what's
Oh.
wrong. Um, Miss Yan,
That's
here's
so
the thing.
weird.
So exactly. So tomorrow we will meet at 10 p.m., right? For our makeup
Yeah.
class.
10 p.m.
And
You are
on
working
Sunday,
so hard, teacher. This
I
the
need
whole
to.
week. Oh,
Yes, I have a student also every weekends. So for the whole week, I
oh
am
my
straight
god.
teaching straightly. So that is why. And my students are Vietnamese
Almost
too.
Vietnamese or
All of my one time I have a student half Vietnam. He's not half Vietnamese, but he is Chinese.
mm-hmm.
So I'm impressed because he's living in Vietnam. So that is
Mm-hmm.
that is why. And but of course, but he is really good in Vietnamese language. But when it comes in English, it is one of his weakness. And he mentioned that he worked here in the Philippines before.
Oh really?
I was just impressed. Yes, I was just impressed. Like, oh, how did you manage to speak to some Filipino people where in fact they don't understand Vietnamese, they don't understand Chinese. So, he said that he just used some basic language, English language, which is so useful, in this when you worked anywhere.
Yeah.
So of
Oh,
course,
I'm a bit curious about Philippines.
sure.
Everyone in Philippines can speak English like you or
Well, let's just have a free talk tonight, okay?
yeah, okay, okay. That's okay. I mean, your
Well,
country use
yes,
two languages, is Filipino and English.
Filipino, yeah. Well, we also have Filipino, Bisaya. I am a Bisaya. I am a Bisaya person. So we have this example. I will say, um, what is your name? So in Filipino, anong pangalan mo? And in
Oh,
Bisaya, unsa imong pangalan?
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, did I
So
tell you that in my company there are some Filipino?
exact. Oh, really? So,
Yeah.
why don't you try asking them,
Well, I, to be,
kamusta?
to be,
Can you try?
no, because I don't have to work with them, so can
Oh,
talk with them, because they
if
are
you if
in different
ah,
departure.
department,
I
right?
didn't okay.
Okay, it's okay, it's okay. Yes, here in the Philippines, most of the Filipino people speak English very well, you know. In
But
fact, there are some perfectionists like whenever you post something on Facebook and then they just read your post and it's wrong grammar, they have noticed some wrong grammar, they will post it in their social media like, "Oh, I hate it when I read someone who posted using English language and good at it." So that's what. Oh, I have a friend like that, and I was
yeah, I
just like, and he is my best friend. So I was just thinking, oh, what are you saying? So of course, I didn't. But I can really say that even a kid here, they are
yeah.
really good in speaking English.
Well,
See,
to be honest,
uh,
I don't really like the accent because
mhm.
some Filipino in my company they speak English. It's quite
Mhm.
weird to me.
Oh, really? Yes,
Because,
because there are different type of Filipino.
yeah,
So there are some Filipino who are good in English, but they can't really pronounce, or they can't really make it more they're the whenever they pronounce the words, it's not really good to hear.
yeah.
Yes. So
There are
and
many Filipino in my province, and
mhm,
they work about QA position.
mhm. I'm not really familiar with that.
Okay, okay.
Yes, yes. Of course. That is why. The one time I heard some, or I saw some post or some video like a Korean, like she tends to, of course, speak some negative feedback about Filipino people, and a lot of Filipino people bash, you know, giving some negative feedback to that girl because they mentioned that, oh, you don't know us,
Yeah,
because they have mentioned that there are some Filipino people who are good in English, but the way they talk or they speak that language is not really good.
yeah,
And sometimes there are some Filipino people who just make fun of it. Like if you're friends, of course we're friends. So example, if I feel so comfortable with you, then I don't care how I manage to say these words as long
yeah,
as it is clear. So like for example, I will meet my friend. I will say, um, where did you get that? So I will just say that one in that way. Where did you get that? So which is so normal. Or,
yeah,
can I borrow that? So it's just so normal without, just being so simple. So we can make fun of it like, what is your name? How old are you? So we sometimes make fun of that language. And particularly when we know that these people example this if these people doesn't know how to speak English well, so we sometimes make fun of the pronunciation itself. So just to make fun of it, just to have a happy environment, because sometimes when we mispronounce the word we ended up laughing. Yes.
yeah.
So but of course, even a
Oh,
kid here in the Philippines, they really love to, maybe because of the use of social media. Yes,
I
and
see.
YouTube. Yes, they tend to watch YouTube, and which is so helpful for them. Oh, I'm so surprised when I speak to some, when my friends brothers or sisters, they are really good in speaking English. Like, oh, I'm so amazed. And at that age, I was just playing,
Yeah.
but they are really good. Yes. So maybe it
Yesterday
should be
when I talked with my friend, she said that I should go to Philippines to to improve English.
uh-huh. Uh-huh. A
And
lot of, yes, because there are some, they have mentioned that um because here in my place, when you teach someone, you need to, it depends, we can change our roles. If we're just talking with some people, then we just tend to have a normal accent, or we just tend to have, if they are our friends, just a simple things. But when we talk to someone who is professional or something like that, we really make sure to do the best. What's
yeah.
the best?
Anyway,
Yes,
I
because
can see your English is better than some staff
well,
from my company.
well, I am not really sure. Maybe if I work in Vietnam, I will make my English more good, because it's good if you help someone.
Yeah.
Yes, maybe I maybe I will help a lot of Vietnamese when I go there. I really love teaching, and I want to help them, because I can really say that Vietnamese really wants to improve their English. And I'm not really sure. Is your company accepting some workers who didn't finish their studies?
I don't know about this.
Oh, I see. Yes, exactly. So, of course,
Sorry,
um,
but I mean, you are a teacher of free talk, and I guess
um,
you
I have three companies.
yeah. Uh, did you test the IELTS 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 thing?
Yes, I have a TEFL and some IELTS certificates already, and that is why. Teaching English as a foreign language also, I have that kind of certificate. Yes, we need to take that one, and we need to pass that one. And of course,
Because
I am just
free talk say to me that every teacher in free talk they are they have
and their TikTok is a bit strict. Yes,
strict
when it comes, exactly, they are a bit strict when it comes to the teachers. In fact,
the score of IELTS
mhm,
is from 7 point or 7.5 point. I think.
mhm. So in fact, I invited my friends to apply in Free Talk, and
Yeah.
because Free Talk is so strict, sometimes they didn't contact some of my friends,
Oh,
and
really?
exactly, so that's why. And since I have three companies right now,
Oh, you are
um,
working so hard.
yes, I have three companies right now, and of course I need, but all of those companies, just a part-time job,
Yeah.
online, and just a part-time job. I just need to work, and I love to work online, and just, of course, teaching it will improve my English also at the same time. And even though I am using the English language when I teach my students before in my place, I still, of course, teachers are also learning. Yes,
Yeah.
nobody's perfect.
Yes.
And even the workers all over the world, they are still learning. Even in American, we can simply say, we can simply say that some of them are not really good when it comes in grammar. Yes, we can really say that one. In fact, a lot of Filipino people, if they, maybe some foreign people will not bash the Filipino people, because when the Filipino people get so angry with that, they can really, they I mean, I don't know, when our, just we have this kind of pride. Yes, that's why maybe we need to improve by working at the same time. So
Yeah.
as like for you, since since you really want to improve yourself, working there is a really nice opportunity. But of course, but if your environment speaks only Vietnamese language, then you yourself must have an initiative of a self study. You know, the advantage here in the Philippines is that whenever we have a work, we can use English and Filipino language, and we love to combine the two,
Yes.
yes, which is more important. I heard that in your place, right? Like you just use pure Vietnamese, am I right?
Not really. There are many companies that
Mhm.
request English.
So you need to try working there for you to improve.
Yeah. But there are many Korean or Chinese
You don't
companies.
need.
And do you know the accent of Korean when they speak English is very hard to understand. I worked
you know,
in my company for a year, but I sometimes I cannot hear my manager say.
do you like their accent, by the way?
No way, no.
Exactly. Whenever they, as for me, the voice of your manager is not clear.
Yeah, I think so. And
Really?
sometimes he combine Korean and English. So I cannot.
So that is why you don't can't understand.
Yeah. Or maybe
And then,
I
what
don't.
did you do?
I would because I don't
Just
have
pretend.
to
You
communicate
just
with my.
pretend to understand. You're just pretending.
No, no. If I pretend, I cannot work.
Okay. So you keep on asking, right?
Yeah, I keep on asking, or my leader will help me. Just she is behind
Uh-huh.
me.
Okay. So I want to share something. I have a teacher here in my place.
Oh, really?
She Oh yes, he is so intelligent. Yes, he is so
Yeah.
intelligent. And in fact, when he speaks English language, it's something like this. Like for example, um, together we will be a good something like group,
Yeah.
or we will have a very bright future. So let's help one another, okay?
Yeah.
So that is his accent, and I was just thinking like, oh, this person is so smart.
Mhm.
But although he's smart, um, and although his accent is like that, at least it is so clear. And I know myself that he is so smart, and he has a lot of vocabularies, and the lexicon that he tends to use are so difficult to understand, although that is
Ooh.
his.
Okay.
Yes, and it's so hard. Like, oh my gosh, although you have a really nice accent, but the vocabulary that you have understand is limited, then it's just I don't know. I think it's just somehow useless. By the way, when you speak to that person whose accent is not really good but has a lot of lexicon, and I was just thinking like, okay, so let's not base on that matter. Let's base on how intelligent that person is. How
Mm.
can that person be responsible when it comes to due to his or her ideas or knowledge? Yes, so we cannot really, your boss cannot be a boss, your manager cannot be a manager if he's not smart, if he's not intelligent,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Yes, we cannot really depend. If I know, maybe you have a good accent than your manager. Yes, maybe you have a good accent than your manager, but you can
No.
always say like, okay, so it is step by step, right? So your manager have experienced a lot of things, and in fact, your manager is, I think, he is such a smart person because there's a lot of things that he needed to do before becoming a manager,
Yes.
right? So yes, it is just a step by step. So we cannot really judge the person based on his or her accent
Yeah.
because when we judge the person and the time when we talk to them, maybe we ended up thinking like, oh, what did he say? I didn't understand that new words. So
Yeah.
we cannot really judge
I,
the
I see.
book by its
I mean,
cover. So
in my company, I just need to understand what people say. It's not
okay.
important about grammar or accent.
And, you just need to understand.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Just analyze it, and it's good to ask and ask.
Yeah.
Yes,
But
for you
anyway,
to know.
I think I have to write correctly grammar when I write emails to send to customer or
Exactly.
in the supplier.
It is really easy to identify mistakes when it comes to writing. So it is really good for you to be good in writing at the same time.
Yeah.
Because when it comes to speaking, it's sometimes when the example when uh, we have some English communication activity, then we just talk and talk. So it's sometimes we forget, oh, of the you have this grammatical error or whatsoever. But when it comes to writing, we can really identify the grammatical error, like, oh, he or she
Yeah, I
corrected
see.
this part. It's really easy to identify. But when it comes to in talking, it's really hard because you just ended up talking and talking, and you talk so fast. That's why you can, maybe you missed those mistakes. But when you write something and when you press enter, and your clients will read it, so they will understand also as long as it's clear. And anyways, you use some Google Translate, right?
Yeah.
Which is so which is so
Google Translate
helpful.
and Grammarly.
Yes. But do not but of course, although you use those tools for you to write a good English, you still need to understand and analyze those things.
Yeah.
Just do not depend on those tools. When you use those tools, you need to analyze, like, oh, you need to reread it so that you'll not ended up looking for Google Translate again and again and again. Okay. Okay, so of course, well, Miss Yan, thank you so much for your time. Until now, the whole screen is white, so
Oh my.
I don't know, I really don't know what you're doing there.
Okay, sorry
And
for you.
okay, so of course, well, Miss Yan, thank you so much for, of course, having some of your time tonight, and hope you enjoy our English conversation activity, and I will see you then next meeting, okay?
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, thank
Have a
you
good
very
night,
much.
Miss Yen.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay. Can you end?
Okay, okay.